All right. Look, hear me out, guys. All right, so this is what I'm saying, right? Max Holloway's fucked. I have good reason for feeling that way. I think we all have good reason for feeling that way. Look, all I'm saying is God bless, right? We're able to witness one of the greatest eras of 45, probably ever. But that's over. But we're probably going to see, Tupuria go on to become one of the greatest combat athletes and stars of all time. I'm down for that. I'm here for that. I'm pretty excited for that. But I am going to say right now, in terms of Holloway, like I was saying, in terms of Holloway, he's fucked. And it's over. And it's probably just going to get more and more sad as time goes on. I'll be real with y'all. It's probably going to be like a Tony Ferguson type vibe. I'm going to just run through a few well, first of all, let me just really explain what this is all about. So, the title in the thumbnail is definitely clickbait. I don't think he's fucked. Like, Holloway's still a phenomenal fighter, and he still has a very good skill set that obviously, if he does now permanently move up to 55 like he's saying, he's going to be able to use against the taller bigger fighter now. Essentially, right, I just feel like Max is going to have this point where now that his chin's broken, I mean, everybody's fucking talking about it. I'm not some god figuring this out, right? So we all know, guys that don't get chinned ever, once they finally do, they're usually it's Cookington City. Like, it's over. They're like, he's fucked, and they're just gonna keep getting chinned, or we're just gonna literally see them melt away, Tony. But either way, it's that's just kind of how it goes, and we all sort of know that, especially against guys like Poirier. I think even if he fought Chandler, which maybe that's a hot take, because Chandler's not that good. But I'm just saying, I feel like even if he did, right? Chandler's so explosive, especially in the beginning of the fight, and Holloway kind of grows into fights. What if he just catches him right off the rip and just, boom, flatline him? You know what I mean? I mean, Chandler's he's just dense, bro. He's just a little ball of, that's Chandler, bro. I'm just saying, matchups at lightweight, let's look at this real quick. Holloway's still actually somehow ranked number 5 at lightweight, which actually he went up, if anything, which is actually kind of insane. Wait, what? Yeah, so these weren't even correct. This is the legit UFC fucking lightweight ranking, so I don't know. Somebody fucked up somewhere, I don't know. But look, basically, it just don't look good. I think a good matchup for him would be Charles Oliveira. He is hard hitting, so that's a concern. But he also gets hit, so they're kind of the same in that sense. But Dan Hooker, Dan Hooker at 55, bro, went toe to toe for 5 rounds with Dustin Poirier. He fucking showed up, bro. And Poirier's a dog. I mean, we all know that, but still. That's dangerous, bro, even for Max, I feel. Beneil Dariush would probably get fucking pieced up. Benoit would get pieced up. Patty would probably get pieced up. Dos Anjos is somehow still fucking ranked 15? That doesn't make any sense. Didn't, Dos Anjos just fucking lose to fucking Jeff Neal via ACL explosion? These have to just be wrong. I don't know, dude. Something about these rankings don't seem right, but whatever, bro. Who am I? Rafael Fiziev, dude. That's a sleeper pick, too. I don't know, dude. I just, these guys are dogs when it comes. 55 is just full of guys that can just fucking, bite down on the mouthpiece and fucking just land some nasty shots, especially in the pocket. Gaethje, Poirier, Hooker, Chandler, fucking Fiziev, bro. That's about it. But that's 5 of the top 15. That's a third. That's a third of the top 15, bro. But regardless, let's just kind of get into it, because That's my opinion. Is like Max is going into 55 finally, but the reality is like he should have definitely done this way before the Topuria fight. He should have stayed at lightweight after fucking Gaethje up, and then like fully built into that weight, fully filled out into that weight. Because he did say in an interview that even for that fight, before he took that fight, he was still thinking about going back down to 45. So they weren't really building a lightweight frame for him. I just think that now that he's facing guys and he's been chinned at 45, he made the mistake of going back down. And by the way, he looked like he can say whatever he wants. Oh, I had a great camp. The weight cut was easy. He says that every weight cut, bro. Those weight cuts aren't easy. We know this shit. He looks like shit every single 45 cut, bro. It's like, oh, the weight cut went great. And then he's just standing on the scales like, it's like, bro, like it wasn't. Like, it sucked. But, you know, fair play to making it, fair play to doing it. Like, that takes a next level of dedication. It drained him. It fucked him over. And it's not the reason he lost, because he did look good. He did look good against Topuria until he got knocked out. So I will say, whatever he did, however good the camp was, it worked out for him. But the weight cut was ass, and he should have never gone back down. And I'm telling y'all this. I was saying this shit to everybody I fucking knew that cared about the sport the whole time. I was like, no, bro, fuck that. He never should have moved up or moved down. He should have stayed up. If he didn't get chinned, and he went into lightweight as the Gaethje lightweight fighter, and he fully took on that role, dude. I feel like he could have been so good. And this is fighting, bro. There's still a chance he could be that guy. It's just really difficult to see that now. Like, before all y'all get fucking butthurt, this is what I'm saying. I think that he will perform well at lightweight still. I think he will piece guys up. I think he'll look good in the big fights still, 100%. But I think it's just going to take that shot that he usually would have fucking ate, no problem, and he's just going to fold, bruh. And so, in saying that, let's actually get started with the video now that I've yapped for 15 fucking minutes. I'm going to have to really edit this down, Jesus. I believe this was just like a nasty fucking straight from Poirier, but just this shot right here. Yeah, it was. Just a nasty right hand. And you can see, like, well, you can't because it's blurry as hell. But, like, that fucked him up, bro. That fucked him up so good. And my headphones disconnected. God damn it, bro. No, yeah, I think they just turned off because I wasn't using them. All right, hear me out. So, just a nasty straight. What? Like, that hurt him. And then he hit him, too, with that shit. Which, that shit probably wasn't that bad. Like, realistically... Actually, I don't know, dude. That could have been just a... dude, Poirier throws that combination so well. He just throws that combo, boom, where he comes in with the overhand, and then he switches stance, and then he just puts him up against the cage and starts lighting him up. And that shit might knock him out. That shit might knock him out now. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not good, dude. It don't look good. 235, another spot just up against the cage. Right, mean overhand. It's like, okay, wobbling. Poirier's just fucking doing his thing, bro. So it's like, that shit also might knock him out. I'll do you one more, right? Boom, boom. Max thought he had him. Fuck no. No, he doesn't have him. Boom, right hand. Boom. Max has to grab. I don't even know why I put this one on, dude. I don't know what happened here that I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Maybe it was like more like here. Right now. That, yeah, it was that. I didn't go back farther than that. That's my bad. Dude, I'm just saying, like, this shit that's like wobbling him now, you know, or like back then, like this could fuck him up now. And there's plenty of moments in this Poirier fight that we see these moments in, like pretty much the whole fight. They're just Poirier's like. Poirier wobbles him like 7 times around in this fight, especially in those exchanges where Max tends to drop his hands, if we're being honest. Like, I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. It's not great. We'll move on, though. We'll move on. I got 2 probably of the most iconic moments from this fight. against Yair. I feel like these get replayed a lot, so most people probably know what I'm about to pull up. But this exchange of the head kick and then the 1-2, this shit right here, 1-2, leg kick, and then he pops it up top, head kick. That's the most iconic Yair Max moment like ever. Everyone's seen that shit. Everybody knows. Dude, I'm going to mute this because I'm going to drop the speed and then it's going to get fucked, the audio. But look, I know you guys have seen freeze frames of this already anyway. But like, dude, that shit landed so clean. Like this little hand here that Max had up, I did nothing. The foot wrapping around, dude, that shit, it fucks you up, bro. And Max just ate that shockwave through his brain. But I'm just saying. Like, you know, I don't even have to say it because it's just bad. Then we're going to look at the little up elbow. This little up elbow. Yeah, we'll just leave it like this, actually. Where Yair drops down and just bink. Bro, that snapped his head back so hard. Yet, granted, he probably didn't generate a ton of power on that shot. But it don't really matter. Like, I mean, it kind of does. But, like, banger shot. Like, it's just crazy. I'll run it back one more time on the normal speed. Mink. And now, dude, this was the worst part of doing this video, was fucking watching this video. Gaethje looked, I'm sorry, dude. I know I said it already. I'm just going to double down on it because fuck it. Gaethje looked dog shit. Gaethje couldn't touch him. He just kept doing this little shuffle thing on the outside of Max and expecting Max to just like bite on some fucking crazy like toe feint that he was throwing. And then Max would just Sorry guys, I'm not a world-class athlete. I'm just saying, Gaethje looked terrible. There was not a lot of moments where he actually threw like solid, powerful shots. And really, I'm just showing these for the sake of showing them. He throws a mean-ass 1-2 on Holloway right there. Boom, boom. And like, again, like that's a shot where like, depending on the positioning, depending on if Max was moving into it, he was moving away from this, so that helps a lot too. But if he's moving in or if he gets caught, again, it's like, it just depends now. Like, everything is just dependent on whether Holloway's chin is really going to be able to hold up or not. This is just an interesting shot that I wanted to just kind of throw out there. This did not land clean at all. This shot looks crazy, and I'm more so showing this because I didn't want people to pull this up and be like, what about this shot? No, because it's not that, it looks crazy, but we'll just watch. He feints it, he goes up top, boom. It's like, oh shit, a mean overhand. I'll slow it down for y'all. For y'all that don't believe what a brother's done. It was a nice feint. Low, high. But see that? I don't know if y'all saw that. It hits the forearm and then comes down in front like this. In front of the head. And follows through a little more. And I think, too, like the forearm of Max, kind of like the arm hit Max's head. And so it kind of moved the head back. But it didn't really do that much. Damage-wise. I got some other timestamps here. We go to 1805. I don't know what happened here that I thought was so crazy. Oh, yeah. So just a nice little... Oh, fuck. Just a nice little 3-2 there. Little hook. Straight combo. Clean combo. One of the few little miniature moments that Gaethje had in this fight. I mean, it just solidifies what we all already know. Gaethje looked like shit in this fight and still hit Max. Max is hittable. He has like the most significant strikes thrown. He also has like one of the highest, if not the highest, significant strikes absorbed. Like, he is hittable and he looks like a god on the feet most of the time, but that's because he eats shots like this, because he walks through shots. That's his thing. And then we'll go to another timestamp here. And this is the last one for this fight because I just couldn't care, again, to look through this whole shit. I've already seen this fight like 7 times. Oh, stiff-ass jab. Yeah. I put this in because that's shit that a lot of people don't think about, truly, is like, yo, like, jabs, bro. Like, if you got a good, stiff jab, we've all, again, I don't know why, we've all seen it, bro. Like, stiff jabs can put people down and sometimes out. But, like, a stiff-ass jab, that was a nice jab, for sure. Probably the best jab Gaethje's ever thrown in his life. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to shit on Gaethje. Gaethje is a good fighter. He's a fucking high-level fighter. Who am I, right? But I'm just saying, he didn't look great in this fight. But no, for real though, like, depending on Max's chin at this point, we might see, like, that might be a reality now, where we're having to see Max get starched by a fucking jab, or at least sat down and then finished, and that's just crazy to even say. Like, there was also a lot of moments in this fight. There's also, like, towards the end of the fight, that last, like, 5 seconds where they both kind of hit some combos on each other, and then Max actually dropped Allen too. You guys get the point. And so for the sake of the length of this video, I'm just gonna show this one little moment that I thought was kind of crazy, which actually you can see it happening. I didn't go back far enough. This nice ass, like, this is a fucking left hand, sorry, from Allen here. This nice ass left hand he throws. Go back a couple more seconds just to get some build up here. Dude, just beautifully times it off the counter. Dips, boom, left hand. Again, I'm not saying that Max is just going to have this fucking, like, glass chin all of a sudden, and he's just every shot, like, he takes, it's just going to be, like, lights out. I'm not saying that. Again, I stand by what I said earlier. I still believe that Max is going to be a high-level fighter at lightweight. Like, I still think that. He's only, what, like, 32 or 33, like 30 to like 34 in that range is, like, pretty much, like, the best you're going to get athletically, muscle maturity wise. Like, it's the peak for most athletes. And especially in a game like this where there is so much wear and tear on your body, yeah, bro. Like, this is pretty much it for Holloway. Like, he's going to have a couple years now, probably, where he will have some entertaining fights still. We're still going to see him, like, take shots. Like, I really am confident in that. But I also just believe it's going to be those shots where, like, in the past we've all been like, oh, big shot, but, yo, Holloway ate that, and now he's walking forward, and now he's, and he starts doing his thing. But I just feel like now, instead of that, we're going to be like, oh, that was a big shot! Oh! And he's fucking stumbled, and he's out! And, like, shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's just going to be Topuria again and again and again, instead of, just being, like, wowed by the chin factor that Max has. I like Max. I'm not, like, one of those fucking fanboys of Max that just defend him to, like, the very end. Obviously, this whole video is essentially kind of talking about how this could be it for him. But that's really just what this is supposed to be. It's just supposed to bring light to the fact that, like, he might just be done. Like, and that's something we just have to face. Like, his chin might just be gone, and, like, those shots that we usually would have seen him eat might just be wraps now, There's a lot of guys at lightweight, again, like I was saying, that just are dogs, are just absolute savages that will also take shots from other lightweights and just eat them and walk through them. And, like, especially as we saw in this Poirier fight, like, all these moments where it was just, like, easy for Poirier to just fucking land big, powerful shots and really get Max, like, oh shit. Like, that was every, like, 30 seconds, if not quit more than that, in this fight. Whatever. I know I've basically gone in circles to just say that Max is going to get knocked out a little more now. And by a little more, I just think, like, okay, like, probably, like, 1, maybe 2 more times. And then we'll we'll just see him retire or something else. You know, again, I'm not saying he's going to get knocked out in every single fight now. Like, obviously. I think he actually beats quite a few guys that I just said he wouldn't look good against. Like, I do think he would have beat a Dan Hooker. I do think he'd beat, who's the other guy? Fiziev. I'm just saying it's dangerous at the end of the day now. Like, Max has to go into fights thinking a little bit differently. And honestly, that's going to be a big part of things, too. Like, are we going to see him fight differently now? Or, like, his thought process. Like, is he going to be scared now? Are we going to see that where he's, like, gun-shy? Which I doubt. You know, Max has always been a pressure fighter and a combination fighter. So I don't think we're really going to see that. Like, that is also his game. He's not going to completely switch up his game. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. I've done a lot of yapping. That's just my take, my opinion. I think Max might be done. In terms of being like a champ or a high level guy. I think when you see him go against those next other high level dudes and we see him really get tested and get dragged into deep waters like he did against Poirier especially, like there's potential there for him to go to sleep a lot more easily than he did before, and we might see that. So, that's kind of my take. But, hey, you know, maybe not. Maybe he starches everybody in the top 5 and fucking absolutely slaughters fucking Makhachev, and we just see him be the GOAT. Because, honestly, too, like, the complete opposite to this video is, like, the example of this man right here. Gets starched against Izzy and then goes on to be in a higher weight class, which even Max himself talked about this, but goes on to a higher weight class, becomes a champ and multiple time defending champ, and now we're thinking about him even moving up to heavyweight and doing all this other shit, and it's just like, who knows? You know, that's the fucking fight game, dude. That's why we love it. That's why I love it. God damn it. And fuck yeah, dude. So that's that, man. Yeah, I don't really know how to do an outro yet, so we're just gonna kind of end it.